Hello and welcome. This video will be one of those composite challenge tip videos going through many challenges and spending only a little bit of time on each of them because they aren't anything crazy or complex on their own, but perhaps I have some useful things to say about them from the experience of earning them myself. This will not be anything close to last week's depot credit analysis. I feared that one might be a bit too boring because of all the spreadsheet footage with not much gameplay to break it up, but a lot of people were very supportive of that video, a lot of awesome comments, I loved reading through them, thank you for all that. Now, there was some interest in covering the bomb-related challenges in the game modes category here. There are 8 of them that relate to Sabotage and Search and Destroy, and we can get right into them. How about starting with the simpler ones? First off, we just have wins challenges. Search and Destroy Victor requires only 30, and that should be no problem, especially if you like Search and Destroy and maybe you can help carry a team, but even if that isn't you, your team will still win roughly half the time. And then there's the Sabotage wins, which requires 50, and is considerably more annoying in terms of the time it takes, and winning Sabotage without teamwork is a pain in the ass. You really need to move as a team to plant that bomb. It is possible to win with an individual play if your team is at least kinda playing along. The respawn delay is very helpful, but often not enough. In this game on Bog, you saw I just activated my wall hacks there. Not really, obviously. I saw his RPG stick through the wall. I don't have wall hacks, damn it. Sad that I have to say that, but some people will believe it, trust me. Anyway, I find that if your team isn't really helping, but if they are at the very least sometimes picking up the bomb and making an attempt, what you need to do to win solo is somehow manage to push into the enemy spawn without having the bomb yourself, so you don't have that kill marker on you, and lock it down to help your team get over there. If you just keep taking the bomb and running right into a capable enemy team, expecting to get a free bomb plant when your team isn't there helping you, it might feel like you're playing the objective, but you're really not gonna get anywhere without your team. You need to realize that and come up with a new strategy. I find that by locking down the enemy bomb site, that forces the spawns to move in such a way that the rest of my team slowly finds their way over to plant the bomb, or at least it worked on a few occasions. And worst case scenario, if your team is refusing to touch the bomb, then you're in the enemy spawn racking up easy kills for as long as you stay alive. Smoke grenades are also fairly common to cover bomb plants and diffuses, and I do think they're pretty fun. More on smoke grenades later. Here was another fun game. This win felt really good. Some maps just make it way harder to ever end the game. You can tell by the match timer on this Crossfire game. We've been sitting here for over 15 minutes, just a big stalemate. It felt like nobody would ever get the bomb down because it's nearly impossible to secure the enemy spawn on a map like Crossfire. It's such a big area to lock down when snipers can just keep respawning in the back where they can easily deny a bomb plant on either side of the map, and if you die you have to waste half a minute hiking back. But I was finally able to get through this building without dying and started to pick off the snipers that were the biggest problem preventing us from getting the bomb down, and it doesn't look like I made a huge play there. I got 3 kills and died, but a play like that might be all you need to clear the way for the bomb sometimes, and they killed us all after the plant. I thought this was the end, yet another defuse, yet another tie game, but Times of Mercy got there just in time to stop a defuse, I'm guessing, and I also arrived right after him to take more people out with a grenade and a couple executions. After sitting there for 17 minutes, it felt really good to push through their defenses and finally get that win. Of course, at the end of the timer, the game doesn't just end in a tie. There is a sudden death mode where people no longer respawn, and that can determine a winner, but if the time runs out on sudden death, then it will just be a tie. Sometimes there's nothing you can do though. Sabotage can get very frustrating if you're trying to win solo. Your team might suck, they might take the bomb and camp in the back of the map, they might all camp in the back of the map and ignore the bomb, letting you run around with it. I don't even recall saving this clip, but I have a video that I literally titled Sabotage Loss, I Hate My Team, and Bug, You Need the Bomb to Plant. What the fuck? Clearly I tried to defuse and it told me you need the bomb to plant, and apparently I was pretty salty about that, and my team in that game, if I recall. I made some big plays clearing out the spawn with the bomb solo twice and planting it, but I was unable to defend it because some enemy spawned behind me or something. My team was nowhere to be found. Would have been an easy win, but they didn't care at all. Anyway, the map you're on is a big deal. Like Crossfire is tough, but a map like Showdown is a ton of fun, probably my favorite for Sabotage. I feel like I can always get a solo win on this map. In this example, I quite literally sprinted directly through the middle off spawn, didn't see anybody because they all went left to right, got a free plant, and then got a triple kill with the bomb. Well, GG, that was fun. And well, here was the final win I needed. Crash is another terrible Sabotage map like Crossfire, admittedly. Very tough to take control of a spawn, but my whole team was right there with me in this game. You can see we're all swarming around the bomb. I love it when the team works together, and there's that challenge done. Ah, fuck! Yep, just kidding. That actually wasn't my last win for the challenge. I got sent back to 49 out of 50 and needed to win another one, which I was really pissed off about because it was 2 a.m. and I wanted to finish the challenge, but whatever. I didn't actually need to focus on the wins challenge. I don't know why I did, because after that I realized, hey, wait a minute, I can't just stop playing Sabotage now. There are still a ton of other bomb challenges that require me to keep playing anyway. There was no reason to be trying that hard to win the whole time. I really should have been trying for these. Well, let's take a look at them. First off, there's the Last Man Standing challenge, which means you can't choose between game modes. You just need to go play Search and Destroy, and I don't need to go into detail on that one. You either have to enjoy playing tons of SnD or hide until you're the last alive every round, maybe with UAV jammer to make sure you don't get tracked down, although people will be spectating you and judging you harshly if you don't clutch after being an asshole and hiding every round. Now for all 5 of the remaining challenges, you can choose whether you want to complete it in Sabotage or in Search and Destroy, and that even applies to I'm the Bomb. I know I've said this in a video once before, but the reason I'm specifying that one is that all these challenges say in their descriptions, Sabotage or SnD, Sabotage or SnD. Then you get to I'm the Bomb, and it says in SnD. No choice for Sabotage, apparently, but I guess they ran out of characters because you can do it in Sabotage. In fact, you might have noticed the proof of that when I showed the game on Showdown earlier. It popped up at the end of that game. So you can choose either game mode, but which one is better? Well, even though I enjoy SnD much more, I think Sabotage does make these challenges go by much faster. I'll go through them and explain why I think that. For Bomb Down, kill a bomb carrier, I think Sabotage is the obvious easy choice. You might even have that one done before you complete your Sabotage wins, because the person holding the bomb is marked as a target. You are often taking down the bomb carrier in Sabotage. Bomb Defender is a tougher one. Kill a bomb diffuser. So the bomb has to be planted and you need to kill somebody mid-defuse. In Sabotage, this challenge goes hand in hand with I'm the Bomb, because if you go plant the bomb and defend it by killing people who are defusing, you're working towards both challenges effectively. In Search and Destroy, they don't really go hand in hand. I found it difficult to ever earn I'm the Bomb in Search and Destroy because the bomb rarely goes off. Usually people aren't too reserved about trying to go defuse the bomb right away, and the round will usually end because everyone was eliminated. Here's the one example where I earned it in SnD because I flat out rushed the plant, and even then the enemy team was almost eliminated before the bomb went off. It's not like there's any concept of letting the bomb blow up and saving your weapons for the next round, so everyone might as well go for it every time. Well, I just answered why I think I'm the Bomb is better in Sabotage. Even if planting the bomb happens much more often in Search and Destroy, having the bomb actually go off is easier in Sabotage. But back to Bomb Defender, I've just had much better luck picking off diffusers in Sabotage. If the bomb gets planted, I recommend sitting back with a silenced weapon and some grenades or even C4, and this was hilarious. I never made any noise back here, so they had no idea where the hell these grenades and shots kept coming from, but I single-handedly defended that bomb and got a ton of points for Bomb Defender. You could get Bomb Defender done in SnD as well, to be clear, and it might not be that bad, but I just think there's a lot of time in SnD spent where the bomb never even gets planted, or you're not in a position to watch for diffusers. Some people won't even try to go for a full defuse while people are still alive. They're just going to try to find you instead, and if you die, you're out of the round completely, of course. Search and Destroy usually doesn't lend itself well to challenge completion. I want to spend more time on Bomb Planter though. This is tougher than it sounds. First of all, it isn't a challenge about planting bombs. That would be easy. It's a challenge about killing bomb planters, and it is one where I definitely recommend Sabotage again. I'm not a big fan of doing it in SnD because that usually entails hiding near a bomb site and hoping the enemy guy with the bomb actually decides to plant the bomb instead of just fighting out the round, and you're hoping on the 50-50 that they come to the bomb site where you're hiding, because there are 2 of them, and hoping that they don't see you before beginning the plant, and because it's SnD, people are more likely to clear the area before planting. If they do, better luck next time, get ready for the next round. Whereas in Sabotage, people often just run in and try to plant, because why not? You're gonna respawn, and so will the enemies, so no point in trying to meticulously clear everybody out. They come right back. In Sabotage, you can set up camp near your bomb and wait for people to come, and you will often get lucky this way. By removing yourself from the game, you're basically putting your team at a one-person disadvantage, making it easier for the enemies to come and plant, until the last second when you take them out. This was a great example. I got tons of points for Bomb Planter. I often smoked myself off or threw a smoke at the bomb to try to encourage enemies to think it's safe to plant. That worked sometimes. Here's another good kill after I picked up a silenced weapon. I don't know what happened there, but I eventually went down to a grenade and they got the bomb down, but this was a great example of just keeping the situation under control. I retook the bomb site under the cover of smoke, got a defuse for the hero challenge, then allowed myself to be killed near the bomb to encourage them to plant the bomb again, and sure enough, I was was able to get back into a decent position. Here's an example of the smoke grenade bait working, combined with the power of the noob tube, allowing me to get that kill. Now let's talk about the noob tube. I said this challenge was tougher than it sounds, and that's because the timing can be tricky. Planting a bomb is very quick in Sabotage, much faster than a defuse, so you need to time it perfectly to kill them as soon as you see that briefcase come out, not too early before they start planting, but you can't take too long, otherwise they'll get the bomb down. That isn't the end of the world though, because you can kill them and get the defuse for the hero challenge, but I find hero to be much easier than bomb planter. You'll probably make some progress towards hero when going for all your wins challenges in both game modes. Because of that tiny time window, I find the grenade launcher very helpful to just nuke the bomb site in one shot. I'll start showing tons of examples of killing bomb planters in Sabotage. First of all, this one was hilarious. He looked right at me and planted the bomb anyway. I swear we were not working together. I have no idea how he didn't see me. And because I used a suppressed weapon, right after that another dude came along to plant and I got 2 easy kills. But back to some noob tube examples. I love that as soon as you see that briefcase show up, you can fire one of these off and be sure to not screw up the timing, and it makes things like this possible where you know they're starting to plant but you can't get a line of sight in time. Deny them with this annoying thing, and you're hopefully starting to see some of the spots I used for this challenge, hiding behind barrels and in train cars. I'm sure I'll need to come up with more of these when I unlock the Ninja Defuse Prestige challenge. I also finished the Ouch challenge while doing this because I never really used the grenade launcher. One more thing, instead of the noob tube, you could try C4. Somebody might see it on the bomb, but if they don't, that's another way to nuke the bomb site. So I've already mentioned a bit about how Hero and I'm the Bomb work into these other challenges because they all overlap. So the last thing I'll cover is how you should be very adaptable working towards all these challenges at once. You should be aiming to complete all of them at around the same time. Here's a perfect example of adapting. Usually I start off the game assuming that the enemy team is good, so I'll be going for the killing enemy bomb planters, so I hide near the bomb and wait for enemies to come plant. But after a bit of waiting, it might become clear that the enemies are never going to do that. Maybe they're outnumbered, maybe they're not objective players. You can usually tell when it's just not going to happen and you're wasting your time by waiting. So you should switch it up. I see my teammate going to plant, so I think, alright, since my team is clearly better and he's gotten that far, I'll go for the I'm the Bomb and Bomb Defender challenges instead of the Hero and Bomb Planter challenges. So I follow my teammate to the bomb and I'm looking for opportunities to kill diffusers or pick up the bomb and plant it myself. Right here, I have the option to kill this guy now and get a point for Bomb Defender, or let him defuse, take the bomb, and plant it again for more chances at Bomb Defender and getting a point towards I'm the Bomb. I decided to do the latter, so I waited for the defuse and planted it myself. Kind of a dick move to my teammate. I hope he wasn't going for the challenges too, but that's what I mean by adapting. Start off going for Bomb Planter, seeing if the enemies are going to come plant, but if they don't sit there and waste the full 20 minutes getting more and more pissed off that they're never coming to plant. Just go on the offense and go for the other 2 challenges for that game. I guess the final thing about Hero and I'm the Bomb, because I never really got to it, smoke grenades are great for planting and defusing. On one side, they kind of announce your intentions, like, hey, I'm planting over here, but they're also pretty good at covering you for long enough to get the plant or defuse. I only ever mentioned smoke grenades when I was throwing them to help enemies plant, but yeah, you should definitely consider using them to help yourself plant and defuse as well. Well, I guess I had much more to say about these challenges than I thought. Maybe much of what I had to say is common sense, stuff you can figure out on your own, but for the people who expressed an interest and for everyone else who may be looking for advice on these bomb-related game mode challenges, I figured I'd share my experience from earning them myself. Hopefully it was helpful for some people. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next time.
What the fuck was that?